All right, hello again, everyone. It's me and Dr. Woody at Freedom Farm Academy, and now we are in the nursery area. So this is mostly like ornamental plants that will produce flowers and things like that, just to beautify the area, especially around the entrance and places where there'll be a lot of people. We want it to look nice too. You know, we want people to have a good time
Yeah,
and stay.
can spend your time
Yeah.
in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you can see we're under a shade cloth, which is really useful here because it's very sunny and hot. And the nursery needs to have, you know, gentle conditions for the
you see
baby.
the cow moisture.
Yeah, yeah. So it rained here a couple days ago, and we can see the moisture everywhere. But it's good that we're managing that water. But I wanted to start with this plant. This is a cool plant. In America, this plant is becoming really popular right now. It's kratom. Kratom.
Yes,
And you found a kratom leaf for me the other day.
yeah,
And I just nibbled on the top of it, and I swear I could feel a difference. At least for an hour maybe, I could feel a little bit of a difference. But it's a good example of one of the medicinal type plants that is going to be grown here at Freedom Farm Academy. Can you show us just a little bit about some of the other plants that are here?
Okay. This section of the tree, okay, like the fast crop, like the big tree. Okay, I decide to put in the food forest, make a big tree, make a shade.
Yeah, shade trees.
Yeah, shade tree before
fast.
before we put the food tree.
Yeah.
We start from this. This I don't know in English name, but this one the food of them. Okay, like a call the bird, call the something. Go to have a party in the tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I will put allow the area
okay.
because make that some bird or some animal from the mountain go inside here.
So that will just it'll bring biodiversity onto the property.
Yeah. Make the
Yeah, and bring a little bit more life.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's part of ornamental plants, but these are cool. Hanging from the supports of the shade cloth are a bunch of coconuts, and you have plants growing in the coconut.
Yes.
Some of them are orchids, but I think there's some other stuff too, right? Yeah, that's cool. It's very cool. So they're using the natural resources that they have already on the property, which is very cool.
In Thailand, if you go to buy this from the garden shop, okay, we pay about 20 baht.
20 baht, that's
Yeah.
like 50 cents or so.
Yeah.
But this is a marigold. It's marigold. We call it a marigold.
The yellow one.
Yellow and orange flowers. Yeah, they're good for they repel insects
yeah.
and they beautify too.
This
Very
one
nice
called the insect. But in the next month we will do about the bee.
Pollinators and
Yeah,
bees.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we need we use a lot. That way why we start do a nursery, because if go to buy this
Yeah.
very expensive.
Yeah. So you're growing these for much cheaper
Yes.
than it would be to buy all these,
Yes,
at
yeah.
a nursery in the city. Yeah. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here, and it's going to be really nice. Some of the things you've chosen, like this one, like stands out to my eye because of the color of the leaves, the red color. It stands out, you know. It'll be a good eye catcher. And in America, we call these ones like a type of elephant ear, but it's like a taro.
Oh yeah.
It's like a taro. Yeah, it looks like an elephant ear. It's like a taro.
I like to show you this one.
These Ruellia, maybe? I don't know.
This is a sugar cane.
Sugar cane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I decide in the next time when people come visit us. Okay, this is we can make the welcome drink
Yeah.
from this.
Yeah. Everyone likes a little sugar.
Yeah.
And they'll have a nice little drink to have. That's a good idea. And then can you show us the tree nursery back here
Okay.
too? Yeah, so we have under the shade cloth is a bunch of the ornamental plants that is acting as a typical nursery, and then adjacent to that is this whole tree nursery that are held up with little bamboo supports. But can you tell us what these trees are?
The tree this become from the Ditoloca forest. But the neighbor they try to do to go this up, but they go on the light field.
Okay.
And a lot of the water, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I go to take rescue them
Yeah.
and to nursery here and waiting when they go like this. I will put in the area.
So they were growing in the rice fields naturally.
They doesn't like the water.
Yeah,
a
but
lot
it's
of water.
too much water.
Yeah.
So you went and transplanted them here.
Yes.
And you told me they're about 2 or 3 years old right now.
Yeah. These are two or 3 years old.
And that they're resin trees. We call them resin trees.
Yes.
And that you can, once the trees are like 10 years old, you can tap them and take the sap out.
Have some oil.
And it turns in, it's used as an oil, fuel. So
And
that's really cool.
Can it, take it to the biodiesel?
Biodiesel.
Can make biodiesel from this tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So that's another way that Woody is really creating a self-sustaining system on the farm. You know, there's some vehicles that you have to use, and there's the tractors that you have to use. But, you know, ideally, you will be able to modify them so that they can use this as fuel.
Yes.
Very cool, very cool. And this is what you did your PhD on, right?
Yeah.
PhD thesis?
Yes.
Yeah. It's very cool. In America, we have some biodiesel kind of products, but it's usually made from oils that are already been used, like a vegetable oil from a restaurant or something like that. But you'll be able to get the fuel, grow the fuel.
And can you directly don't change?
You don't have to
anything,
modify it?
Yeah,
Okay, so no processing even. You just, it's fuel right out of the tree.
Because this area need to be used a low technology first.
Yeah.
And just if can't do that, just get like a solar cell or the high technology. If we do about the low technology, I think everybody when come to see us, they can copy and can take it the theory to back home and can
Exactly.
do by themselves.
Yeah. So that's what Freedom Farm Academy is all about, is we're trying to not only make a system for us and you here, but we want to teach the locals who, you know, are in poverty or almost in poverty.
Yeah.
And so that they can be more self-sustainable, not rely on the corporations for seeds or chemicals. And they can, you know, like so much of permaculture is, they're realizing that they can do so much with what is already here, with what nature gives us. It's really cool.